Oh, me hotties! A very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue, and we are, of course, live on the big one, Valentine's Day, February the 14th, 2026. How amazing is that? Lovers everywhere having a great night out. Well, your night just got better because you're with me, Scottie McClue, and we're live on the big networks. Guys are joining me. There's Mechanics just joined us. Hi, says Avas. Tell us where you're watching from, guys, as soon as you join us. This is massive. Now, we're here for 1 hour, and what is amazing, people normally scroll nowadays for 5 seconds. With Scottie McClue, they stay for an hour. That is just incredible, and thank you so much for that. I tell you. So who have we got here? Fat Scotsman says, I know who you are. I know who you are, of course, as well. And Andy's just joined us. The Bonnie Port, Dinky-Doo Port Glasgow. We love that. Dinky-Doo, Scottie. Lovely to be with you, I say to you. Dinky-Doo, Lord Scottie of Scotland. How are you doing? So Scott Mass. Tell us where you're watching from, guys. Absolutely. So there we go. And remember not to mention any places of work, any second names, that sort of idea, or we have to give you a lifetime ban. And we don't want that again, do we? So there you go. I tell you, good evening from Neil in Bournemouth. Lovely to have you with us, I say. There's Sports 872, Dance with Your Granny and your Auntie Fanny right across the floor. When you get to the other side, absolutely, you shut the door. We know this. We love this. This is incredible. Fantastic tonight, guys. Thank you very much. Hi, Scottie, says Susan. Susan, lovely to have you with us, I tell you. There we are. Patrick says he's a reform voter. Well, we don't really do the politics, Patrick, but good luck with that. I say to you, whatever a reform voter is about. So there we go. We're all voters to a greater or lesser extent. Tops were here. Good evening, Scottie. Good evening, Tops. Lovely to have you with us. I say to you, you've reminded me to pop the phones on Tops. So there we go. Just in case you were going to give me a call. So I shall do that. I'll pop on the telephones and then you can see what is what. Wonderful stuff. So there we go. The telephone number, guys, if you're phoning, of course, is 0141 628 9795. 0141 628 9795. Had to look there. Very important, of course, if you're phoning in from out with Glasgow, there will be a +44 141. Usual stuff. I need to charge a glass before calling. Yes, what are you going to charge? I would say 5 shillings would be a good charge for a glass. Hello, Scottie from Barmulloch. It's Stappet Foo. It's Stappet Foo in Barmulloch as well. We love Barmulloch. Lovely people, I tell you. Karen Dinky-Doo, thank you for my red roses. Guys, we never ask for anything on Scottie McClue. But up the top, there's a live goal, family hearts and red roses. You don't have to do either. Karen is sending me beautiful red roses. How lovely are you, Karen? What a beautiful thing to do, I say to you. Absolutely incredible. Barmulloch. So let us know where you're watching from, guys. And as I say, remember not to mention places of work or things like that. No negativity. From Ireland. We're from Ireland, says Connell. Connell, how lovely to have you with us from Ireland. Which part of Ireland are you from, Connell? Give us a clue, I say to you, because it widens the appeal of the program. Can I also thank every single one of you for going on to the Glasgow Essentials Facebook page? So kind of you. Here we go. You're live on Scottie's Phone In. Who's that? Bit of music, very nice. Unfortunately, copyright-wise, we can't play much of it, but very nice to hear you. And excellent stuff, I say. Sounded like a good tune, quite cash. Karen is sending me huge amounts of red roses. Karen, you are so good. Guys, like, follow, watch all the videos, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and have a look at the Facebook page, Glasgow Essentials. We've had almost 1 million people in the 4 weeks it's been going. And we've got over 5,000 followers already. Absolutely impressive, to say the least. Carl's just joined us. Dinky-Doo, Carl. Dinky-Doo, Scottie says, Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy, we salute you, sir. Absolutely. I've got my hat on. I can salute. Scottie, what's this I hear? You're going to see the new Wuthering Heights at the cinema with a bunch of women having a girly night. Well, quite often when women are having a girly night, they invite Scottie McClue along because they know how much I enjoy their company. So there you have it. Sometimes with guys, it's all, what did you think of the game last night? You think, let's have a bit more interesting chat. So the ladies are very good at the chit-chat. The chit-chat with a CH, I say to you. You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hi, Scottie McClue.
How you doing, Dinky-Doo?
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine, sir. Are you all right?
I'm good. I'm very good, man.
Lovely to hear you, man.
You all right, man?
I'm all right, man. Dinky-Doo, I say to you. Fantastic. There you go. That was a man calling there. Good evening, Mr. McClue from a wet Derbyshire. Very sunny, though. May God go with you and everyone who loves your YouTube channel. It's very educational. Sorry, love your YouTube channel. It's very educational and great fun to listen to. God bless Mr. McClure. There we are. Susan's telling us she is good. That's excellent, Susan. I've always said you were good. There we go. Connell is telling us about Ireland, but he still hasn't said which part. Guys, spread the word. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that you're watching a Scottie McClue. There we go. Anthony, you know, we don't mention any of these things. I tell you. Oh! You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
All righty.
All righty, la. Nice to hear you.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, la. Thanks very much for calling us. Well, busy on the phones tonight, I tell you. There we go. Now, who else have we got here? From Glasgow, says Othello. Othello, lovely from Glasgow. I was making a lot of videos up the West End yesterday. So get yourselves on to see that on the YouTube channel and also get yourself on to the Facebook Glasgow Essentials. Hi, Scottie from St Andrews. Great show, mate. Carl, we love St Andrews. I once did a video, as it was in those days, about golf at St Andrews. So there you have it. You see, even although I personally don't golf, I was very interested in the history of the old course. Can you say happy birthday to Jack? I can, Anthony. No problem at all. Now, who else have we got here? Anthony, don't keep spamming me, though. Great cap your way, Scottie. Do you like that? We love that one. And, of course, the Scottie McClue badge, the merch. What we're going to do, guys, if we can get 1 million followers, then we can do merch. So there. So get following Glasgow Essentials on the Facebook, I tell you. And just this week, we can go live. Good evening from Clanbride, says Craig. Now, Clanbride, you might think is in Wales, but Clanbride is, what are we, 2.5 miles from Elgin? I know it very well. And I used to be friendly with one of your residents in Clanbride. In fact, I'm friendly with 2 of your residents. One has passed away. He was Big Hoose. And another has moved, I believe. I think he's gone to Edinburgh. Why would you go from Edinburgh from Clanbride? I never understand that. And of course, you're not that far from Dallas. Hey, we love it. Hey, hi, Scottie Dinky-Doo. We're back with you. Best wishes, Steve and Beryl in St. Helens, the Night Owls. Steve and Beryl, we love having you with us from St. Helens. Just absolutely amazing, I tell you. Now then, who else have we got here? Very, very busy tonight. My goodness me. So there we go. Jeff has sent me red roses. Guys, we never ask for anything, but there is a goal up there, I tell you. You're live on Scotty's Phone In. Who's that? There we are. It's oh, oh, and they sounded like they were awesome. We're happy. Were you happy with the rugby? I didn't get to see the rugby, I tell you. Stay fabulous, Dinky-Doo. Can you be my Valentine, says M1. Well, I've posted a Valentine video. If anybody didn't have a Valentine, Scottie McClue's there for them saying Dinky-Doo. Sokix, thank you so much. Very kind of you. Now, who have we got here? Tombola has just joined. I used to play the Tombola. Time for a general sup, guys. So reach out for the drink of your choice. I have coffee tonight. Oh, that's lush. General sup, I say to you. The number is 01416289795. There we are, 01416289795. You're live at Scotty's Phone In. Who's that? All right, sir. Lovely to hear you. Dinky-Doo. Stay fabulous. Top man. There we are. That is absolutely wonderful. Tony's joined us. Dinky-Doo, I tell you. So there we are. No, 6289795, Ali. All right. 01416289795. Nice. I tell you, don't want to get a wrong digit. So there we go. Guys, I have to tell you, huge. Hi from Tyrone and Mull. I know Tyrone and Tavoul. There we are. You're live in Scotty's Phone In. Who's that? It's bloop. There we are. What's the number? The number's 01416289795. Once we start getting things organized, we'll get it across the screen for you. Dinky-Doo, Scottie, best wishes from your hometown of Greenock, Sken. It's emotional. We love Greenock, I tell you. So there you are. No, Ben, I don't move in your circles. Hello from Pensacola, Florida in the USA. You're live at Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
How you doing, Scotty?
I'm fine. Who is it?
Frank.
Frank, how lovely to hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. No, the phones are going absolutely berserk, Frank, but keep on talking to me. That'll stop. That'll stop in a moment. Don't you worry about that. Lovely to hear you. Now then.
Just let me know when you can hear me.
Yes, no, I can hear you, Frank. You're absolutely clear. It's just that other line was going daft there.
What have you been doing, Scotty? Like, I know you used to be on the radio. I remember listening to you way back.
Aha!
Have you got any plans or anything?
Yes. What we're going to do right now, for the last 4 weeks, I'm sorry about all that. I can't actually see where that's coming in. Hang on. I don't want to cut you off, Frank. You know what I mean?
Of course.
That's my worry. I'm trying to sort the other one, but I don't want to cut you off. You still with me?
I'm still here.
Lovely. Yes. So 4 weeks ago, we started the old Glasgow Essentials. There we are. That was gone. We started the old Glasgow Essentials on Facebook. And it's just gone crazy. Nearly 1 million have had a look at it. 5,000 people have joined us, and one video last week had 105,000 views. Sorry, I've got to keep just dealing with this. There we are. Oh, that's better. I tell you. Oh, hold on, Frank. I think we're losing everybody here. There we are. They're back. They're back. Crazy stuff. So that's what's been going on, Frank. Now, what we can do just this week, we're able to go live on that. You still there, Frank? Oh, we seem to have lost Frank. Sorry about that, guys. Busy switchboard tonight. No lovable lassie off the big switchboard, and we've just lost Frank. That was a shame. I tell you. Anyway, here we go. You're live at Scottish Fun In, who's that? Don't know who that is. There we are. There's nobody there at all. I think there's a lot of young people trying the number tonight, as we used to get on the old Scott FM, and they're not sure of the procedure from that point of view, you know. There you are. But you get that. That's good stuff. You know, it's great to have the interest of the next generation. You're live at Scottish Fun In, who's that? There we are. We can't hear. I don't know who that is. Noise going on in the background and people shouting and bawling. They'll be at a party likely and they'll go, phone up. You're live at Scottish Fun In, who's that?
You know,
Norman. I tell you, yes. Is it a full moon tonight, says Susan? No, Susan, I think the full moon was actually last week. Tom's just joined us. Dinky-Doo Tom, lovely to have you with us. Sue has joined. Guys, when you're joining, tell us where you're watching from. Very, very important. Tell us where you're actually watching from. So there you go. I think what we'll do is we'll not take any withhelds. So they are. It's raining bams, says Tups. Yes, Tups, absolutely. You're live at Scottish Fun In, who's that? We don't know. Right, so there you go. I'm still here. Have you ever heard the Sonic? No, never heard that, I tell you. Next says, what's the deal tonight? The deal is that we're chatting live and everybody's coming and joining us. That's the deal tonight, I tell you. The deal's a wall with the exciseman. Did you know that? Scott from Scott's just joined us. Dinky-Doo. Haidar, not everybody's got your lifestyle. Dinky-Doo, Scottie McClue from Sale. There we go, in Cheshire. You're live, Scottish Fun In, who's that?
Dinky-Doo, Scottie, it's Kareem.
Ah, Kareem, fantastic. Lovely to hear you.
How are we?
We're absolutely amazing. Wonderful stuff. Now,
I'm hearing like a ringing, a song. I don't know. It's like an alarm going off.
No, it's not alarms. It's people calling Kareem. So there we are. We're very, very popular tonight. And what I'm trying to do is get them so that we're not actually talking to two people at one time.
Yeah.
The phones are just going absolutely bananas. Now, far more importantly, how are you?
I am well, thank you, Scottie. Enjoying the long weekend.
Oh, yes, wonderful. You deserve it. So you'll have been working very, very hard.
Well, yes, it's the time of the year, as you know, in the build-up, so a nice time when Easter comes. Yes, lovely. And I'll tell you, with a beautiful day yesterday, Kareem, and I think what that did, there we are. They're coming thick and fast here, Kareem, I'll tell you. Yeah.
So, oh my goodness me. This is where we're going to end up needing the lovable lassie to come and sort out the calls.
Better to have calls than no calls, Scottie.
Well, I've always said that, you know, but do you remember we had 460,000 in 1 week? So what I'm needing to do is learn how to... there we are. Absolutely. Learn how to decline all of the calls coming in at speed.
I'm sure AI can do that. There must be something like that. You know,
Oh, it'll be a setting, Kareem, but I have so many different settings, as you can probably guess. You know, from that point of view, just amazing. So we'll have to.
Until you find it out.
Yeah, you've just got to work away and figure everything out with IT as you know it. Oh my goodness, the noise, says John. I tell you, you should see the calls coming in. So, Kareem, what's happening with you?
No, I'm having a boring, quiet weekend, Scottie.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to say Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, what a lovely thing to say, I tell you.
Yes, but no, I'm looking forward to the Glasgow Essentials when it starts. Seeing a lot of the stuff coming up on Facebook all the time as well, which is liking and sharing, and I'm hoping that the listeners will go onto Facebook, Glasgow Essentials, and just have a wee nosy at it as well.
Yeah, have a look. It's a fantastic page, and the feedback has just been tremendous because there's a huge gap in the market, and I think if we can get a local phone-in going, you know, I think you'll see a big difference there. There's absolutely no doubt about it.
Yeah, and I've seen your videos coming up on TikTok about places around Glasgow and giving like a wee bit of information about them. Very informative.
Yeah, just wee snippets, Kareem, because people are used to that. And yesterday it was amazing. God, sorry about this. I'm apologizing. Crazy stuff. They're just coming in thick and fast, if you know what I mean. There we go. We need to get a control going.
Yes.
And that's what we need. We need the lovable lassie. We'll maybe get Numpty Heed to come in and answer the phone for us. He was always keen to be the next lovable lassie. Wonderful. We love it. I'll find out how to do this, Kareem, I promise. And we'll see if we can get the conversation going and then go on to the next call once one has actually gone. That's what, but we'll get there. As you know, Kareem, you've walked beside me for years and years and years, you know, and that's been tremendous.
Scottie, I always enjoy the shows, and you know they're always giving out good information, and you've got people, you know, phoning in and talking. And I remember that you spoke about, I put on the app the other day, that DINKY-DOO radio, and just listening again to some of the, you know, the shows, people phoning in, and it's just, you know, some timeless classics on that. There really is.
A lot of new stuff just coming up. Goodness sake.
Well, I'll definitely have a listen, but some of those people that phoned in, Scottie, oh my goodness.
They are funny, aren't they? I mean, you've got to admit it.
Yes. The woman about the lorry, talking about lorries. I don't know if you remember that call. That was I had to laugh. She really put you to sleep.
The guy on about the lorries, we love all that.
It was really good. I really enjoyed that. And, you know, sometimes I put it on in the morning when I'm getting ready for work as well. Just have a wee, you know, cheer yourself up, get yourself set for the day, you know.
Absolutely. I think that's what it's all about. Tremendous stuff.
Yeah, it's really good. Well, Scottie, listen, I'll let you get going to get to these other calls. Okay. It's just a wee quick call tonight.
No, it's just lovely to hear you. And again, sincere apologies for all that racket going on. That would be going on in another studio once we get the setup going, you know?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Listen, wrap up, cold night ahead, and I'll speak next week, Scottie. Have a great week, okay?
I look forward to it. Thanks again, Kareem, and DINKY-DOO.
Bye-bye.
Bye-la. That's our wonderful Kareem. Fantastic. I'm so sorry I could barely hear him for all the calls coming in. So there you are. Here's a guy called Jeff who doesn't get it at all. He goes, what's the point in playing this? It's the telephone tone, Jeff. We're not playing anything. What's the point in playing this? That's brilliant. Happy Valentine's Day, says Michael. Happy Valentine's Day, Scottie. Scotland's prime beef of a human. Thank you, Michael. Very much appreciated. Do you still think Pop Goes the Weasel would be better than Flower of Scotland for the upcoming World Cup? No, I think God Save the King is what we should be singing at the upcoming World Cup. That's what we should be singing, I tell you. Susan's saying hello to Karim. I tell you. You're live with Scotty's Phone In. Who's that? We don't know. A lot of wee ones calling. Oh, hello. Fantastic. We used to get that in Scott FM. Do you remember? A lot of youngsters calling in because they absolutely loved it. Oh no, there's oh no, I tell you. Thanks for sharing the live, guys. Very much appreciated. I hope everyone's enjoying it. That guy did make me laugh. What's the point in playing this? The phone tone. Can you play the accordion for us? I can do, and I will do. There's no doubt about that, I tell you. You're live with Scottish Phone In. Who's that? DINKY-DOO. Thank you very much for that. There we are. Wonderful stuff. But it's good. People have to get the first call in and learn, as long as they are polite, I tell you. So there we are. Nice new sweater, sir. Yes, a present from an admirer. What about that? That's what it's all about, I tell you. I have quit my job today. Any advice? Or tell us, Taffy, why did you quit it? That's what we wonder. You're live on Scottish Phone In, is that?
You don't know, man. He's watching you. He's watching you. He'll be there.
Excellent. Wonderful. We like that. So there you go. Good to hear. Now, who else have we got? Could you possibly turn it down a little? Well, if we could turn it off, that would be the thing. But we have to look at the settings because we're not used to one call just flying in against the next one. So I'm going to have to look at the settings and see what I can do with that for you and see if we can get just one call coming on at a time. I think that's going to be the answer to that one. Who else have we got there? There's David's just joined us. DINKY-DOO. Miss LH has joined. Tell us where you're watching from. Richard Payton is sending me red roses. Richard, thank you for your gifts. Yo, can you be my Valentine? Richard, that's a huge amount of gifts you're sending. I thank you. There we are. No, we could turn it down if we could find the setting. So there we go. Kareem says, sorry, just read my comment. It looked double Dutch. There we are. I wonder why we say that, double Dutch and going Dutch. Because Dutch it's not the most difficult language in the world, in that I can remember an old teacher of mine was an interpreter during the Second World War. You must have missed my question, says Ewan. I'm in love with my cousin. What do I do? I think you're not allowed to be in love with your cousin. So there you are. You could check that up before you start panicking too much and see what the general setup is about that. There you are. Because I'm sure I knew somebody that married their cousin. You're live with Scottish Phone In. Who's that? Nobody. Hi. There we go. Lovely to hear you, I tell you. Illegal in Scotland, says Jeff. So yeah, Jeff, is that you of the what's the point in playing this? There's Jay says, I'm watching from the USA. So there we are. I tell you. So there we have it. That's disappointing, says somebody. Guys, thank you for the beautiful hearts. And for the red roses. What lovely, lovely things to do. Come back to the port. Listen, we love the port. I'm watching from Texas. Yep, my name's Jeff. I thought so, Jeff. You're live with Scottish Fun In, is that?
Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. Scotty, who makes your lovely flat cap? Now, this one is, you can see the maker there. Are you able to see that? Yes? You got that there? There's the maker. I don't know if you're seeing it the right way up. That's the stuff, but it's a beautiful cap. You're live with Scottish Fun In, who's that?
Hey, can you be my Valentine's?
Oh, what a lovely thing to say. Thank you. Can God, Dinky-Doo, I say to you. There we are. Now, what have we got? That Abby Dammer. Yes, he must be talking to himself. I think must be talking to himself. I don't have any connection with Turkey. I tell you. Scottie McClue, why are you so funny? Well, I didn't know I was funny. I was a stand-up comedian till I was asked to sit down. Hello, La Dinky-Doo. I tell you, Mark's just joined us. Guys, get sharing, watching the videos, subscribing, giving it all your chat. I tell you. No, says Abby. Yes, no, I've no connection, I tell you. So who have we got here? Hang on, let's just get rid of this guy. A couple of wee trolls in today, guys. So just mute them. Come on. That's lovely. Lovely. Now, you're live on Scottish Fun In, who's that?
No man wants a guitar.
There we go. Your phone's going nuts. Yes, it is. But I think it's youngsters that don't really know the score. They're not using a huge resource properly. I mean, a phone in nowadays, absolutely like gold. So you phone in and you do proper chat. You know what I mean? I tell you. Your live Scottish Fun In, is that? We don't know. Right, there you are. Guys, don't be phoning in unless you've actually got something to say. And from a copyright point of view, if you're playing music, we wouldn't be taking it anyway. And when you've got a phone-in program, it's a huge resource. Radio ain't what it used to be. You're telling me, Darius. That's why we're going to do Glasgow Essentials on Facebook. The live Scottish Fun In, is that?
Hey, no man did it.
Right, I think what we'll do, guys, we'll just put the phones off just now. I think that would be the best plan. Off with the phones. No point in all that nonsense coming on, wasting time. It means Tups where he won't get through. But Tups, if you're okay with that, I'll give Tups a minute to call. And if he's not wanting to call, I'll put the phones off, guys, so we can get a proper chat. I think that would be the best plan. You're live at Scottish Fun In, is that? Yeah, I think phone's off, guys. You're live at Scottish Fun In, is that?
No man didn't do his homework.
There we are. Yeah, phone's off. Phone's off now. The young people have decided no phones on Scotty's show. So off they jolly well go. And that's what we shall do. I tell you. We're off with the phones. Bye-bye, phones. Right, that's it. Can you still hear me, though? Can everybody hear me all right when I turn the phones off? Anything else gone off with them? I tell you. So, young people listening, because you don't know how to use perhaps the most valuable resource in the media, we've had to put the phones off. Absolutely loud and clear, Scotty. Everything is well. How can I call from America? Richard, you could call, but I've just put the phones off because we've got a lot of young people phoning who have not got anything they want to say for discussion. So they're just going, hey, hello, hey. You know, and that's a huge waste of an international resource. Normally we'd have the lovable lassie of the big switchboard or the wizard, and what they would do is take the call, not vet it in any way, because the strength of McClue is that people come straight on, so they don't need to know any information, but just see it's not somebody that doesn't know what they are doing. So it's like saying to a young person, would you like to go to the vault and get some gold from the bank? So you're going, right, we're giving you a beautiful resource. You can speak to Scottie McClue on the telephones, you know, and that sort of thing. And they're going, no, let's just waste it. Let's waste it. Let's not bother. Let's say stupid things. Then he'll have to put the phones off. And we've dictated how the world works. So nobody who wants to have a proper conversation with Scottie McClue can now have one, because the young people don't know how to use the phone. And yet it's strange because they've all got phones. They should be able to have a conversation. They should be able to discuss things. But now, tonight, not my fault, nobody can have a discussion with Scottie McClue because some people thought they just abused the privilege. Abuse the privilege. And that's what's happened. And it's very interesting that the minority in the world now dictate to the majority. We need to change that. The majority decide what they're having. So there you are. So I will get the phone settings sorted. We will not take any withheld numbers. We will not take anybody who's probably maybe under 21. If we think they've got nothing to say. And that breaks my heart because I know a lot of very highly intelligent young people who can use a telephone. And I would like to see that. Thank God for the Enlightenment, says Richard. Absolutely, Richard. And Scotland is perhaps the most enlightened country in the world. But what we've heard tonight was just a huge abuse of a beautiful resource, getting to talk to Scottie McClue across the world. And all some people are going to do is go, that's their contribution. Scott FM was bad for that, sir. Well, it was, but we got most people on, and that was rather good, I tell you. So there we go. What do we go to here? There we are, wonderful. So we've got it, but I don't any longer have the phones. I can hear the number, but I can't actually get the phones because we've put the phones off. So there we go. Fantastic. Right, that's that gone. We love that. Now then, would it be something I can't remember? Fraternal greetings. So there you go. Fraternal greetings. So no comment about some in Port Charlotte. Nobody in Port Charlotte would ever abuse a resource like a phone in. You know, there's Jeff giving me red roses. Thank you, Jeff. What a lovely, lovely thing to do. I tell you. OMG. You're live in Scottish Fun in, who's that? Hello? Hang on a second. You're live in Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hello. Can you hear me, Scottie?
Yes.
How are you doing, Scottie?
Who's that?
This is Ollie.
Ollie, how lovely to hear you.
Just wonderful, Scottie. I just want to say, first of all, that new holdings you got, that's really nice. I like that. It's a good touch. I'll
have to go, absolutely. This is just going crazy. Let's turn it down for Jeff. Jud's not so good. What's the point in playing this, Jeff? I tell you. There we are. That should be it down now, guys. We shouldn't be hearing any more. I'll see if I can just pop it off here. We shouldn't be getting that at all. Oh, I'll tell you where I think it is, guys. Hold on. I've got the answer. I've got the answer. Wonderful. I've got the answer. I know exactly what's going on here. This is brilliant. Jolly good, Scottie. Good evening from Aberdeen. Good evening to you. From Aberdeen. We love it. Yes, Robbie's just joined us. Fantastic. Hold on, guys. Let's see if we can keep this going. There we are. Wonderful. I tell you. Right, I know what's doing this, guys. Now, can you still hear me on the old TikTok? I tell you. There we are. Hello from Belfast, Scottie. I hope you're well. Dinky-Doo. Hi, Dinky-Doo. Now, yara, Dinky-Doo. I can't hear you. We can hear you, yeah, loud and clear. There's always an idiot, isn't there? I can't hear you, says the idiot. We love that. So there we are. Right, that should put a change, guys. BBC quality, radio mic sound, really good quality. Beautiful microphone. I tell you, good evening, Scottie. Good evening. Welcome. Good morning, son. There we are. Where are you phoning from? How old are you, sir? We don't know because I'm a time traveler. So there you are. So we really don't know. Guys, I think we've cracked it with the noise. Can everybody on the TikTok hear loud and clear? So there you are. Do you have a Valentine's? So there we go. Do you want a shout out on a pirate? Is this tough? No, it's not tough at all. We were just getting too many calls coming in, and it was causing a bit of a stushy. So there you are. So I now think I've cracked it, guys, and I know what's happening. So what I might do, just since it's you, is pop the phones back on, and if Tups wants to phone, then he knows he can. So there we go. I tell you. Now then, who else have we got? Ralph is here. Dinky-Doo says, Ralph, lovely to have you with us, Ralph. Marvelous, marvelous, I say to you. Eddie's just joined us. Masha, yes, I have not been Islamic before. So when you're saying revert to Islam, I've not actually done that. So there you go. How's the radio show going? Absolutely amazing. I tell you, wonderful stuff. M5 says, Shalom. Shalom. Can you follow me? No, I can't follow anybody, actually. Let me see if I can sort this, guys. There we go. Wonderful. This is great. Absolutely great. Amazing. We love you, Scottie. Thank you very much. No, guys, listen, I'm not being difficult about it. What channel are you on, says Richard? Richard, if you go to Facebook, go to Glasgow Essentials. Now, who have we got here? No, Robert. I think that would be very, very silly at the moment. There's the CBD expert. We love that. Fantastic. Dinky-Doo, I say to you. Amazing. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now, who else have we got? Hang on. Just sorting out the old phones here all the time. Oh, never a dull moment, guys. Wonderful. Never a dull moment. Oh, lovely. Right, that's that. Now, who else have we got? Dinky-Doo, Scottie. Scottie's on the mic. I tell you, Glasgow Essentials on Facebook. Tremendous stuff, guys. We absolutely love it. Now, there we go. Hickory dickory. We don't do all that. You'll get that on any news output. You can have an argy-bargy with them over here. We like to sort of raise our game, you know. I mean, if it could be stopped, it would have been stopped. So it's not being stopped. I tell you, who else have we got here? Thank you for sharing the live, guys. You're amazing, Scottie. I'm in Scotland and you are a funny guy. Well, we do our best. So there you go. When people say to me, you're not that funny, I say, I never said I was. There we are. Shake your thing, Scottie. Oh, E.T., I tell you. God save the king for Scotland. Yes, we love that, don't we? God save the king. That's what it's all about. What I might do is pop the phones back up there, guys. And then maybe we'll be able to sort that out. We've had such a challenge tonight. 10 p.m. in Real Radio, you're a legend. Thank you. Is Skara Bray worth a visit? I've only seen videos of Skara Bray. So there we are. Sir, don't listen to the haters. No, we never, ever do. So a hater is a waste of time on Scottie. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Hey, Scottie, stop swaying.
Oh, thank goodness. I tell you, tonight has been a bit crazy and we could not stop these phones ringing.
I've come to save you from the bombs.
Thank you.
I've donned my tight-fitting bat suit, and we are going to clean up this town.
Oh, I'll bet you look an absolute ticket in the old bat suit.
Oh, yeah. You know, last week you were talking about...
and does Mrs. Tups go out as Batwoman?
You know, it's something I'm going to suggest to her, Scottie. She may not even need to have to leave the house. You know?
That's like the guy that went into the doctors and the doctor said, yeah, you've got a couple of injuries here. You've damaged a knee and a shoulder quite badly. And he said, what were you doing? He said, I was wearing my Batman outfit. And he said, yeah, but how did you cause this? He went, well, I jumped off the top of the wardrobe.
Well, I tell you, if I say to Mrs. Tups and her bat outfit, let's clean up this town, I might suggest, can we start with the kitchen, darling?
Yes. What about this one? Here's one for you, Tups. I said to my wife, darling, put your foot down in the pedal as hard as you possibly can. She says, I don't want to cause any damage. I said, darling, it's a kitchen bin.
I'm telling you, we've missed our call, Scottie. We should be back in the 70s, which also reminds me of what I was going to talk about, because last week, hang on, excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
Last week, you mentioned doing continuity on Saturdays on STV and the wrestling. You remember the wrestling in Britain in the 70s and 80s?
Yes, I did. I used to introduce it on the telly.
Well, you know, I was just thinking, my physique is not unlike yours, Scottie. And I think back in the 70s, we'd have been superstars. We could have been strutting around in our leotards and we could be coining it in as wrestlers. I think you would be the good wrestler like Big Daddy, and I'd be the bad wrestler like Giant Haystacks. I think kids today wouldn't believe it.
And we have to bounce off the ropes and touch tummies.
Oh no! Hey, easy boy. It's Valentine's Day.
Steady on. Don't get carried away. We don't want to cause a stushy. There's a lovely word for you, Tups. A stushy. And I'm not sure whether a stushy or a stramash is the big one.
Stushy sounds more like a Glaswegianism, and stramash sounds like something.
More of a general Scots thing. Well, I'll tell you why I ask. I had a friend once and we were in some queue to get lunch. And he said, have you got your money ready? And I said, oh, I don't know how much it's going to be. He went, no, get your wallet out and see what you've got. Otherwise, it causes a stushy. And I think what he meant is, as soon as you get there, the problem you're going to have is that the people behind are going, oh, come on, for goodness sake.
Well, I guess that's it, but I mean, I must say, I'm not, I've spent more time focusing on the wider world and Scottish parochialism, Scottish.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You're winding everybody up. Beautiful. You're saying, I'm sorry, but I play a much bigger game than you people.
Oh, yes, Scotty. There are wilder skies than these to fly within.
I agree, and that's why I wasn't upset because I've come to expect it. But I'm sorry that the youngsters, their first phone call to Scottie McClue is just silliness rather than saying, this is amazing, I want to talk to him,
Yeah, I can picture the image in my mind. It'll be people in a flat.
They're in a flat at a party. Somebody's mum and dad have got an empty. And, they're going, what's the number? What's the number? Right, I'll phone. And you all shout, yay!
But it's a testament to your status, Scotty. That they bother, and they'll be having a laugh. I know it's a real pain in the backside for you trying to do a show, but I can't be too hard.
Well, it was just the volume of the phones coming in, and I couldn't see the setting for one call at a time.
You need a big red BAM button. That's what you want, and you just hit the BAM button.
Well, we used to have all this, as effects, and we would ring the bell, and your time's up, and that. People used to triggers people when they're trying to talk, and you go, no, had enough, bye now.
Well, I watch YouTube far more than conventional television these days, and there are so many extremely good creators of odd equipment on YouTube. You should get in touch with somebody like Luke Mum No Computer or something like that. He's a fantastic
we'll not do adverts for any particular ones, but there's Fonfana watching you from Ghana in West Africa. Isn't that beautiful?
Ghana.
Yeah. So I've got a couple of wee bams in Scotland shouting and bawling down the phone, and there's people watching from Ghana, from India, Australia,
Yeah, well, that's it. But I mean, you should, invest in like a control panel from the Starship Enterprise, right? And you've got a big, instead of photon torpedoes, you just got a big red button that says BAMs.
Listen,
just smack the BAM button.
How many? Well, when we started, we had the red card. I might go back to that, show them the card. But and I couldn't find a red card, so I just wrote red card on a piece of paper. But yeah, we need to do that. We need to get the number up, and everybody goes, you need to start looking professional, Scotty, and I think, listen, I've got millions watching. It's not a problem, and that's not an exaggeration. 1 million, coming up to 1 million for 4 weeks on a Facebook page in Glasgow.
Well, that's the thing I've mentioned before. There's a reliable estimate that I think it's between 3 and 6% of any population is an actual psychopath, right? So if you scale that up, then if you've got 1 million people, then you're going to have 30 to 60,000 psychopaths watching on a regular basis. So, humanity doesn't really scale up there.
Yes, and no doubt people will know where they're based.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, I've said before, children just simply shouldn't be on the internet, full stop. Because of that, humanity doesn't scale up well. Individuals are very smart, but if you get 100, if you get 1 million people watching you, tens of thousands are going to be actual psychopaths.
Well, Shane here is saying wee bams, and that's a lovely Scotticism. Wee bams.
Oh, the bams.
These wee bams, I mean, you'll get them on any station because they discover it and they're excited and their pals are listening. It's going back to the days of Marconi. You've had people, listen, could you hear me? I built my first radio station when I was 9, and my father had a superb car radio which had to be licensed, and you could hear it from the sitting room to the garage.
Well, the temptation, it used to be known as griefing rather than trolling. But the temptation to do it when you're first on the internet is extremely strong. I remember I was a bit cruel to the first person I ever played an online computer game with, and this would be back in about 1996. And I just did it because I could, and I was in my 20s. I had no excuse, but it just felt like, wow, I can actually do this. I can just be a little bit abrupt and a little bit rude, and the guy just cut me off, and I've felt bad about it ever since. For 30 years, I felt bad about it.
Well, nowadays they don't like, the BAMs don't like when you cut them off. You know, if you get any cheek on it, just send them down the Swanee. You know, you're best to do that, because why even be negative at all? What's been beautiful about Glasgow Essentials on the Facebook page is that everybody's been absolutely lovely. And if we get the odd BAM, I'll tell you what's funny. People who don't know me because they're too young, or they're not informed, or they're not properly educated, and they don't know Scottie McClue, they go, oh, pan loaf voice, false voice. Nobody speaks like that. And you say, oh, yes, look him up, Scottie McClue, proper speech. You see all that. I'd one the other day, I appreciate that the voice is a parody, but where is Edinburgh? And I thought, well, that's the correct pronunciation, you know? And nowadays, what we've got, you'll hear it on any Scottish media that's still left. The pronunciation is terrible. So you'll get a weather person going Celsius, when it should be Celsius.
Well,
you know,
I made a conscious decision in my late teens, early 20s to try to be comprehensible, because I spent a fair bit of time in America, and when you're brought up as where I was, basically my accent was like a dog growling, and you speak far too fast and very indistinct, and people simply couldn't understand a word I was saying. So you know, I make an effort, particularly if I'm on an esteemed phone-in like your own, Scottie.
No, you're a really good speaker, you know, and the likes of Kareem, yourself. I mean, I think I'm used to high quality calls, and then when you get a night of bam bams, you think, oh, for goodness sake, I didn't come on for this nonsense, you know.
No, you just put me onto the BAM score. I know how to speak BAM and that. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm telling you, stop you, carry on.
Oh, you're up your BAM.
Oh,
you've now got 2 minutes.
Oh, no.
Hang up and let you clean
no,
up.
But listen, thank you for coming on. A joy and a privilege as always, and we'll catch up soon.
Take care, Scottie.
Dinky-Doo, bye-bye now. There we are. That's Top Swahoo. Now, that's a call. For any people listening, that's how we do things on Scottie McClue's Mega Phone-In. I cannot believe we are nearly out of time. Guys, apart from the silliness, and I'll sort out the settings for you, apart from that and from the noise, I apologize, but it's good, healthy noise in that everybody was trying to phone in, and we like that, and it's just a taste of what's to come. Get yourselves onto Facebook at Glasgow Essentials, get watching the videos, get following, get subscribing to the Glasgow Essentials YouTube channel where you're all watching on right now, and of course on our beautiful TikTok. Watch, share everything, send it round big style. Maybe time for a very quick call. You're live with Scottish Phone-In, who's that?
Hello. Hi, how you doing? How you doing, Scottie McClue? How you doing?
How you doing? Lovely to hear you. Sadly, we're out of time, and we're not going to have a chance to talk. What a shame. Guys, love you lots. Take great care of your dear selves, and have a fabulous week. Ta-ra, lads! Oh, my goodness me. It's emotional. Lovely to see you all. Thanks again for joining us. And we will catch up soon. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.